Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to play Kabalevsky's Opus 39, number 11. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so, and make sure to check the notifications bell to never miss a new video. Also, I now offer online piano lessons. If you're looking for one, there's going to be information in the description below. Kabalevsky's Opus 39 is a really good technical book. It has a lot of little short pieces that cover different technical challenges, and it also teaches you about style, musicality, and expression. It ranges from prep level to grade 1, grade 2, and if you do all of the pieces, or at least the majority of them, then you're going to encounter a lot of issues that you might not see in other pieces. So it's a very good training for beginner pianists. In this video, we're going to deal with number 11. I'm going to demonstrate it first, and then we're going to talk about the difficulties and how to approach the piece. So what you noticed instantly is that the two hands are playing unison but 2 octaves apart. So they're playing the exact same melody, both hands, which is quite common in these technical books. But the right hand starts up here, the D above middle C, and the left hand starts down here, so 2 octaves apart. When you see that the two hands play the exact same melody, you would think, oh, that's so easy because I only have to learn one hand. And in part, that's true, but in this case, because they are 2 octaves apart, it's actually quite difficult for the eyes to follow the two hands because they are so far apart. If you are 1 octave apart, it's much easier to play a melody than 2 or 3 octaves apart when the hands are much further away, so you always have to look left, right. So that's one of the challenges. Now, when learning the melody, obviously you have to start with one hand. It can be the left or the right. It doesn't really matter because the other hand just copies with a different finger number. Now, the piece says sostenuto e cantabile, so very sustained and in a singing style. And we can instantly see all these beautiful slurs in the piece, so lots of leading the melody, arm weight, and expressing this beautiful melody, so it's very lyrical and telling a story. The key signature is 2 sharps, which could be D major or B minor, but we see that we finish on a B minor arpeggio, so from the sound of it we can tell it's in B minor. It is in 2/4, so we have 2 crotchet quarter note beats in every single bar, but we start with an upbeat. That's why there is a 1 beat rest at the end. So the upbeat starts on the second beat, and then the main note is going to be the first note of the second bar. Dynamics wise, it just tells us to play mezzo forte. I'm sure different editions will have different dynamics marks, but my book says mezzo forte. And I'm going to start with the right hand. So the first thing I'm going to do is just play you the notes so you can see the notes. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about phrasing, because that's going to be a challenge. So the 2 sharps we have are C sharp and F sharp. So these 2 are going to be sharp all the way through, starting number 3 on the D. The rhythm is going to be quaver, crotchets. So 8th note, and quarter note. So you can either go like this, ti ti ta, ti ti ta, ti 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 ta, ah. I think that's always the easiest way to do when you have just quavers and crotchets. But if you want to count with numbers, you can go like this, 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and. So starting 3 on the D, ti ti ta, ti ti ta, and now here's a hand position change, 5 onto the high B, ta, ah, ti ti ta, ti 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 ta, ta, ta. Now finger change on the same note to number 3, jumping number 5 to the high D, 5 on the B, 3 on the D, 5 on the B, 3 on the F sharp, and 4 on the E. So lots of hand position changes, which again can be quite tricky, especially when both hands do it. So that's going to require practice to know where the hand is going in which bar. So once you can play the melody, the notes and the right rhythms, let's have a look at expression. As you can see, we've got lots of very small slurs and some longer ones, which means that instead of playing the whole thing as one connected line, we're going to break it up into smaller phrases or slurs and lift up our hand at the end of each slur. So drop, lift, drop, lift, drop, lift, drop, lift, drop, lift. So at the end of each slur, you need to lift up your hand and drop it back down for the beginning of the next slur. And that's going to give you short phrases like smaller sentences or little parts of a sentence. Now, as you could see, I'm really following the melody with my hands, so do not keep your hand static like this. You need to follow the melody with your hand. A very relaxed wrist, very clean fingers, clean legato, not holding the notes down together like, or separating them, so smooth singing style playing. You can even sing along when you practice, and it's really going to help with the expression when you sing along if you like singing. Now, when you master the right hand in this manner, the left hand is the exact same thing but 2 octaves down. So very legato phrasing, but slightly different finger numbers, starting on 3. And so on. And when you can play them hands separately, just put the two together and really concentrate on doing the lifts at the same time and getting the right fingering in each hand. So. Now, another difficulty that can come when you start playing hands together is that the two hands are not always in perfect sync, like this. In that case, again, concentrate on getting both hands down exactly at the same time. Because that's one of the big challenges of playing unison, to make sure the two hands work together nicely. So this was my little guidance for number 11. I think it's a beautiful, expressive melody. It's not very difficult. The only thing that makes it hard is the position changes and the small slurs. But otherwise, it's a very nice little evening piece to practice.